What up, what up, what up, what up? Another training. But we still got one more training to do tonight on the walk down. Not the walk down, shoot, this the walk down. On gym training. Triceps, back, and legs. Just about every day is leg day. Yeah, chat. It's me, I'm back. The one and only Stock Sniper. Yeah, but we will be changing the name of the channel. Once we get to 10,000 subs, we are rebranding the channel. The channel name will no longer be Stock Sniper TV. It will no longer be that. You know, people in the chat and the people that voted, 70% of the people voted to change the name. They agreed with the Stock Sniper and agreed that I should rebrand the channel name, change the name to the Freedom of Speech TV, something like that. That's what we're gonna call it. You know, guess what, guys? Tonight is a big night. It's the State of the Union. Now, a lot of people might not know what the State of the Union is, but that's when the President of the United States, the person that everybody voted for, that's when he tell us the state of the USA, the state of the economy, the state of America, etc. All in four, on the home stage and on the world stage. Tonight, Donald Trump is going to, in my opinion, Donald Trump is going to talk about the economy and the border a whole lot. You know, he's going to talk about that a lot. You know, that's my opinion. I like watching these State of the Unions, guys. My grandparents used to make me watch the State of the Union. They used to make me take notes, you know, all kind of stuff, because a lot of people don't know though, but who is in charge of the country, who is in charge of your city, who is in charge of your state, as far as the elected officials, it really means a lot. A lot of things that we do today are because a lot of these laws, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people got to get out of their feelings when it comes to whoever's elected by the people, because that's how it is. Whoever get the most votes, that's who get in. So we got to think about more of policy and laws, right? Policy, laws. What policies? Not a, hey, what's up, damn media? Not if you like the person or not, but you have to look at the policies of anybody that's in office, whether it's local, whether it's state, or if it's the President of the United States. It's very, very important, you know, because a lot of laws and a lot of things, very simple things, you know, that we go about in everyday life. One simple thing that anybody can understand, like the parks being clean, like this nice clean park. You know what I'm saying? Grass cut, you know, and ain't, look at the trash, a trash can that's being changed out. I mean, that's just something simple. And who you elect, you know, who you vote for in your city, in your town, in your state, you know, it has a lot to do with simple things like that, everyday simple things, but also et cetera, et cetera. I just use that as, you know, well, a fifth grader can understand where it's going. That's why voting is very important. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even gotten into whoever, that's why it's very important that you look at policies, you know, what they're going to do for the people. If they do what they say they're going to do, more importantly, what's going to benefit you and your family and in your community. You know what I'm saying? That's very, very important. A lot of people want to think and vote don't matter. But voting does matter, guys. It does a whole lot. And a lot of times, these days, a lot of people are voting, you know what I'm saying, because they in their feelings about a certain person, you know, or family members persuading them to vote for this person because that's how we have always voted. But it don't work like that, chat. It don't work like that. You have to go by your own due diligence. You have to go by your own, you know, what's best for you and your household. I don't care who it is. Don't go by how the person act. Don't go by how they act in real life. You got to go by policies and laws. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to pay close attention to. You know what I'm saying? Policies and laws. You know what I'm saying? And let the people dictate. OG kick ass. Hey, what's up, bro? Appreciate you for joining. You got to go by policy and laws. You know what I'm saying? Can they get done? The things that they say that they're going to do. Are they going to really run things correctly? You know what I'm saying? As we await on the State of the Union tonight, and yes, chat, I will be going live, and we will be reacting to the State of the Union. It's very, very important, guys, because the president is going to lay out, you know what I'm saying, how are we doing? You know what I'm saying? The State of the Union is a every year process where in the State of the Union, if you don't know, that's when the President of the United States, he comes out, you know what I'm saying, and he tells us, he gives us numbers, you know, about what's going on and what's happening and how America has increased or decreased. You know what I'm saying? That's what the State of the Union is all about, the State of the Union. That's exactly what it means. Basically, where are we at right now in America? You know what I'm saying? They're telling us that inflation is right back down at pre-pandemic levels. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, chat, in my opinion, that virus, chat, we are still feeling effects of the pandemic, guys. You know, even though that many people don't really think about the pandemic, but hello. So the government is coming out tonight. I wonder what the president was saying in a speech about the stimulus checks for high inflation. Well, I forgot to speak on that, Jason Bender, but my opinion is that because of, this is what I think, this is my personal opinion. Whenever that judge knocked down the tariffs, remember that happened like a week ago? When the tariffs went against Donald Trump, raising up the tariffs, well, if in my opinion, that money got held back in court, in litigation. So in my opinion, from when that judge made that ruling, the stimulus checks are off the table right now. That's what I'm thinking. That's my opinion. Somebody in the chat, you know, so we got a lot of smart people that be, you know what I'm saying, in the comment section. Somebody in the chat, let me know if you agree with what I just said. But my interpretation of it is that when the Supreme Court, that judge, ruled against Donald Trump's tariffs, that froze the tariff money. That's my opinion. That's what I think. You know, you gotta pay attention. You know, that's my interpretation of it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to go and you have to check it out for yourself. But I think that when that judge made that ruling, it froze that tariff money that we already collected. And I think that the stimulus money, right as of right now, is not on the table. But tonight, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you come join me. Because tonight we're going to be reacting to the State of the Union. Tonight, he might speak about that. But in my opinion, he's going to talk about the economy a lot. He's going to talk about he's going to talk about prices going down. He's going to talk about inflation. I think inflation now is like at a 2.5 or 2.6 rate right now. So they're going to say that inflation is right about at pre-pandemic numbers. That's what I think. He's going to go heavy on that. He's going to go heavy on the border. You know, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's going to talk heavily about the economy. But guys, what I'm thinking and what I know for a fact is we still are suffering from the pandemic, guys. We still feeling effects of that pandemic, man. That pandemic did us all type of ways, chat. It did, not just financially, but mentally, right? A lot of people, a lot of people are going through a lot of mental problems, bro. Chad, I've been noticing that a lot of people don't act the same no more since 2020, man. You know what I'm saying? And not just, and me too, you know what I'm saying? So I'm included in that bunch. But what we have to do, we have to realize, and we got to work on our mental health. You have to work on your mental health. You have to work on your physical health. You have to work on your spiritual health. You know what I'm saying? And you got to tell as many people as as you can. You know what I'm saying? Because that pandemic, guys, did a whole lot of damage. Take it from the OG. And for the record, a lot of people say, you know, I've been an OG since I was 30 years old, chat. I'm not really that old. You know what I'm saying? You know, so so I've been an OG. I've been a leader, you know what I'm saying, for a very long time. I'm just 50 years old. I'm not really that old. You know what I'm saying? So guys that are 40, you know what I'm saying, calling 50 old, we're right around the same age. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? I'm 50 years old. That's not old. It's people that are 30 years old and can't do the things that I do. So age, that's why I know a lot of older guys on this channel. And what you gotta realize, age is how you feel and how you move and how you participate and how you interact through life. That's what age is, bro. It's people 30 years old it's people 30 years old, bro, that cannot run 3 miles. It's people 30 years old that can't do burpees. It's people 30 years old and 25 years old that can't do the things that I do. You know what I'm saying? So all you older guys out there, don't let nobody say you old. And if you young, you know what I'm saying? If you young, don't think being 50 is old. Don't think being 40 is old, because it's not. It's not old. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's 40 and 50 years old still living with their mama. You got people that's 40, 50 years old that still they ain't never had their own place. It's 50 people that's 40, 50 years old that never had a job, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand that. It's people that's 40, 50 years old still act like they 20. We got to understand that. And it's people that's 30 years old and 25 years old that is just as mature as a 50-year-old. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand that, guys. You know? And I know, and nowadays, a lot of people want to say 50 years old, 40 years old. It's not, guys. It's not. I'll be out in the field for real. It's 70 years old. It's people that's 70 that running marathons along with me. It's people that's 70 years old. You know what I'm saying? That mix it up in the gym. You know what I'm saying? It's people. You only old. You only as old as you feel. You only as old as how you live your life. It's people that's 20 years old and look like they 70, bro. You know what I'm saying? So all this age and old, man, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how mature you are in your mind, how mature you are in your body. You know what I'm saying? How mature you are physically. That's what it is. It's people that's 30 years old that can't touch their toes. You know what I'm saying? It's people that's 25 years old that can't touch their toes. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta look at it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta look at it a certain type of way. You know, as we get ready for, like Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? These older guys that's in the House and in the Senate, these guys are 80 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just talking about Donald Trump, but a lot of those guys, you know what I'm saying, are 80 years old, 75 years old. Look at the guy that's over the Secretary of Health. I can't think of his name right now, but his uncle was the president of the United States. He's 70-something years old, and he's doing burpees. He's doing pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's telling us about eating right and exercising. You know what I'm saying? Kennedy, You know what I'm saying? Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? He's 70-something years old. And he's doing burpees. He's doing pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? He got a body of a 30-year-old and he's 70. You know what I'm saying? Think about that for a second. You got Kennedy, you know what I'm saying, that is over our health of America. You know what I'm saying? He's over the health of America, and he's 70 years old and he's doing pull-ups. He's doing burpees. You know what I'm saying? He's lifting weights. He's 70 years old and he's moving around like he's 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, RFK. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta think about that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta think about that. He's 70 years old and he moves like he's 30. If you don't believe me, all you gotta do is go roll out the videos. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're making the military a whole lot stricter. You know what I'm saying? They want the military like it used to be. Make America strong again. Make the military work out and do the exercises like they used to. You know what I'm saying? Because of what's going on these days, Chad. Mostly everybody eat Uber Eats and DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are really out of shape. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to get back to that. And that's really all that matters. That's really all that matters. I see, that's what you see, Jacob. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I'm not worrying about who he is. I'm saying I'm worrying about policies and laws. I'm not worrying about a person individually and what he do in his life. I ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? I don't have enough time to worry about what he do in his personal life. I need to know, I need to identify with what he's talking about doing for the country. That's all I care about, bro. That's what's wrong with a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? We get too much in our feelings about how people are in real life. You ain't perfect, I'm not perfect. But what matters is what the work you put in. That's what matters. Do you do good business? I bet you the job that you work on right now, listen to the OG, the job that you work on right now, Jacquel, the job that you work on right now, I guarantee you probably don't like your supervisor. You probably don't like the superintendent. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't like the person that's in charge. But guess what? Long as that person is right by you on the job, you're not worrying about nothing else. That person, your supervisor, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he do outside of the job ain't none of your business, bro. See, we gotta think about things in logic. If I'm working a 9 to 5, if I'm working in a plant, I don't care what my coworker does outside of the job. He might be a bozo. He might cheat on his wife. Whatever charge you want to put on him. He might be all that outside of the job site, right? He might be all those things. But when he come to work, do he perform? He might be a dope fiend. He might be a crackhead. They say he smoke crack. They say he do heroin, whatever the case may be. But when he come to work, he put the work in. You know what I'm saying? He come to work, he put the work in, and the things he put down keeps the business and the job flowing right. That's what we got to worry about, bro. We got to worry about, can you perform the job correctly? That's what we got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he's stupid in real life. Long as he put the work down. Long as what he's doing, check this out from the OG. Long as what he's doing, it benefits me and my family. I can care less what he's doing on his own life, in his own time. I can care less, bro. That's just like business, right? You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people won't own their own business. That's why a lot of people won't grow and develop as a human being, because you too much in your feelings about how somebody else living their life like you perfect. Some of the best business deals you can make in life is about business relationships. You know what I'm saying? If you do good business, I don't care what you do outside of our business relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gotta realize. That's what we gotta realize, chat. It's about how you perform, how you can benefit me and my family. That's what it consists of. Anything else is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? As we get down to the walk down, thank y'all for joining me. I'm your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. But I want to tell y'all this. I'm changing the name of the channel. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, chat. We voted on it. I hope you was one of the people that voted, but we had a vote. You know what I'm saying? We voted on what should I change the name of the channel to. And I'm rebranding the channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm changing the name. Once we get the 10K subscribers, I'm changing the name of the channel. And we're going a whole nother new direction. You know what I'm saying? We going away with the old and we bringing in the new. That's what we're doing, chat. And we're going to take the channel to the next level. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start. Once we get the 10K subs, chat, we're going to change the name of the channel, right? We're going to change the name of the channel. And then I'm going to start letting people call in because a lot of people have a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? And I want to hear you. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to start letting people call in, chat. You know what I'm saying? We've been saying this for a while, but now we actually put a date on it. Once we get the 10K, we're going to start letting people call in. I don't care what side of the aisle you on. I want you to call in. I want to have a nice conversation. Not no bozo conversation, not no arguing, but mature conversations. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to do over here. You know, we're going to have mature conversations as we come around here to the other side. You know what I'm saying? But tonight, chat, subscribe to the channel and put on all your post notification bells because tonight is the State of the Union. That's when our president is going to come out tonight and tell us what position the country is in, you know, from his perspective. I know some people are going to say he's going to lie, or some people are going to say this, that, and the third. But don't be so quick to judgmental. Take notes, and then go outside in real life. Go outside in real life and fact check it for yourself. That's how you do that, chat. Fact check it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got to do, you know? So that's what we got to look forward to tonight. That's what this live is about, chat. Tonight I will be going live. Live reaction. State of the Union. Big night in America. It's a big night for the country, chat. It's a big night. Appreciate you for hitting the like button. We got 12 likes. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. I know when I get to some areas of this outside gym, you know, it kicks people out. You know, it does a lot of things because we don't get good reception right here where I'm at right now. But it's all good. We're still gonna rock and roll. We're still gonna push it, and we're gonna still keep going. We're gonna still do it. Hey, what's up to Don? What's going on? How you doing? Appreciate you for joining. We are 23 minutes in on the walk down. I am your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. You know what I'm saying? We getting ready for the big announcement tonight. It's the President's State of the Union, 8 o'clock tonight. So I gotta try to get in the gym a little early, cause I'm not gonna miss the gym tonight. So I gotta get in there a little early and do a quick 30-minute workout. I'm only doing triceps and back, and I gotta be ready to rock for 8 o'clock. So hope y'all join me tonight. And if you do join me, you know, this the Freedom of Speech channel. You know, put your comment in there. If you agree, disagree, whatever you think, you know what I'm saying? I'm not always right. Nor do I want to be right. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn too. And when I learn, I tell the people. You know, that's what I do. You know? So I appreciate y'all for joining me, chat. Everybody that's been rocking with the channel, I love and I appreciate y'all, I really do. Everybody that's been subscribing to the channel, I appreciate y'all for coming through because we are like-minded people. You know, that's what I like. You know, and it take time. You know, it take time to attract. It take time to get to know the people that you are like-minded with. You know what I'm saying? This is not your average YouTube channel, chat. It's not. You can come over here and speak your mind. You know, most of the people that come over here are like-minded people. We agree with the same things. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about it. It's a spot where you can come. You ain't got to agree with me. You know what I'm saying? We all the same. We all the same people. We all the same. We all human, and you know, wherever you from in the world, you know, we all human. And it's probably a lot of Americans, you know, and we all from America because it's we the people. And that's what we got to understand. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand it's we the people, you know, and that's what I like. That's what I like. And I understand we don't get that many, as they call trolls, we don't get that many troublemakers come over here. I'm gonna stop calling them trolls. That's that new stuff. We don't get that many troublemakers come over here. Everybody come over here, you know, it's respectable, you know. Most of the people that come to the channel are over 60. That's what my analytics tell me. That most of the people that come to this channel is over 60 years old. And that's how I like it. Just like that. A bunch of mature older guys. So that means that the people that rock with the channel are older than me. You know? You know what I'm saying? Even though they call me the OG, I'm not really that old. I'm only 50. And that's not old. I'm at the peak of my life right now. I'm at the peak. Everybody's life is different. Some people peak out at 20. Some people peak out at 25. Some people peak out at 80. But I believe I'm at my peak right now at 50. I'm at my peak. Only later in life will I realize if the Lord let me keep going, and you never know, I might be 60 and at my peak. You never know. But don't let nobody tell you, older guys and women, that you old, because you're not. You're only as old as you feel. You're only as old as how you move in life and how you treat other people and how you treat yourself. That determines if you old or not. That's what determines if you old or not. Like I say, it's people that's 25 years old that can't move. It's people that's 25 years old that can't get off their mama's couch. They all they got. Their life is basically over. If you 25 years old and you can't get off your mama's couch and you ain't trying to change your way of thinking, it's basically over with for you. You know, life is how your youth is how you move around in life. Your youth is what you put in your body. Younger guys, you got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? I know in a certain community, they always trying to down people that's over 40. Or you old, you 40, you old, you 50, you old. It don't mean that, chat. And don't ever think like that, younger guys, because you missing out valuable wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Now, you got to know how to read. You got to know the older guys you're talking about. Some older guys are just washed up. You know what I'm saying? So age ain't nothing but a number, chat. Age ain't nothing but a number, younger guys. You got to understand that. It's not nothing but a number. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have, like I say, you can have somebody that's 30, 25 years old and out of there. You can have somebody 21 out of there. Don't want to do nothing in life. Don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? They just moving around like life is over with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably sure you can see people like that in your real life. That's 21 years old, don't want to go to school, don't want to work. All they want to do is do drugs. All they want to do is sit on their grandmama's couch. You know what I'm saying? That right there, if you know somebody that's 21 years old that don't want to work, and all they want to do is sit on their parents' couch and play video games all day, no income coming in, that is worse than a 90-year-old disabled senior citizen. I said it. That's exactly what it is. It's some people that's 25 guys that is worse off than somebody that's 110 years old that's living in a elderly facility. That's exactly what it is. So we got to start thinking about how people moving in real life rather than an age. You got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? And in 2026, if you living a healthy life and you treating people right and you live like a normal person in America, you know what I'm saying? And you doing these things, and you know you physically, spiritually, and mentally trying to grow every day. You're gonna peak early or you're gonna peak late. It's all on you. Has nothing to do with a number, chat. Absolutely has nothing to do with a number. Because guess what? If somebody, you don't never work out, you don't never exercise. All you do is drink soda and beer, smoke cigarettes all day, and eat popcorn. If you do that from when you 20 to when you 30, you're gonna feel, and mentally and spiritually and physically, you're gonna feel like you're 90 years old. You're gonna be overweight. 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna have high blood pressure. 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna have pre-diabetes or diabetic already. So younger guys, don't let nobody tell you that 40 and 50 years old. Don't look at it like that, younger guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because at the end of the day, you're really cursing yourself. Because it's a blessing to be 40 and 50 and 60 years old. And you still can move around out here like I do. It's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing. We got to understand that as younger guys. You got to understand that when I was 20 years old, I never looked at 40 and 50 like, that's the difference between my generation and the generation these days. They look at 40 and 50 like it's old, like it's a bad thing to be 40 and 50 years old. When I was 20 years old, when I was 25, when I was 30, I was praying to God that I was praying to God that I lived to be 60 and 70 and able to move around like this. You know what I'm saying? I was praying to God that I was able to move around like my OGs do. When I was 20 years old, seeing my OGs do the things that they were doing in life. Man, I used to always say, man, I hope when I'm 60 years old, I'm able to move around like so-and-so. Man, I pray, like right now, I see the older 70-year-old guys doing what they do at the marathon, doing what they do at the gym, and they 70 and 75 years old. And I'm like, bro, I got 25 years to go. I pray to God that once I turn 75, I'm able to move like him. I'm able to do the things that I do. I'm still able to do the things that I love to do. I pray to God when I'm 75 years old, I'm able to go play golf like the older guys. That's the difference between the younger generation and my generation. The generation these days, they think because you 50 and 40 that you old and washed up. And then that's when they run into a 50-year-old like me, they get done all type of ways. Like my nephew I was talking about last year. I still ain't heard from him, chat. As we talk about my nephew, a lot of y'all that's been on the channel, remember when I was talking about my nephew, he got the same type of mentality. Oh, you old? Oh, you okay? I'm old? Come test me then. Whatever you want to do, nephew, whatever you want to do, come test me. And guess what, chat? A lot of people know what happened. He got done all type of ways. And guess what? I ain't heard from him yet. And it's been over a year. I ain't heard from him. He ain't called nothing. Because I embarrassed him. You know what I'm saying? That's why older guys don't think 40 and 50 is old, bro. Don't do it. It's only as old as how the person maneuvers in life. I can't say that enough. Because you could be 25 years old and don't do nothing. Nothing at all. And deteriorate like you 80 or 90 years old in the nursing home. Gotta understand that. And older guys, don't let these younger guys, don't let none of them call you old. Don't do it. You know, because it'll mess with your mind if you fall for it. Because you're not. You're not. Long as you got your health, long as you can move, long as you know what I'm saying? Long as you take care of yourself and you take care of others and you put God first and you always want to help people, guess what? You already 10 steps ahead of them and they don't even know it. When they find out, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand that, chat. We got to understand it. Hi. Hey, Vanessa, how you doing? Appreciate you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. I'm just out here exercising. I'm out here exercising and talking to the world. That's what I'm doing. I'm talking to the world and I'm talking to whoever is listening. I'm listening. Oh, thank you. See, y'all heard that? Older guy out here walking and chilling. You know what I'm saying? He said he's listening too. So that's what it's about. It's about learning and it's about listening. You got to have open ears to when somebody's saying something in the right way. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy that just passed us up. You know what I'm saying? He's an older guy. The same older guy that I'm talking about. What he's doing, he's exercising, chat. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Y'all see, I don't know if y'all missed it or not, but that older guy, he had to be well in his 70s. He's probably over 80, but he's out here working out. That's what it's about. I know y'all heard him. Everybody's listening to what I'm saying. I'm not talking to one specific person. I'm talking to the world. And I love it when the older people listen. I love it when you're older because a lot of these youngsters, they try to do senior citizens all type of ways. I can't stand that. That's why whenever a younger guy try to humiliate an older person, it makes me want to challenge them. And every time I catch one of them and I challenge them, they never win. They always lose. It ain't that it's not that I'm special as far as my blood, but they're never intact. They're lazy. They don't work. They what else I could say? They don't have they have a short attention span. You know what I'm saying? They smoke too much. They drink too much. You know what I'm saying? But have the nerves to try to call somebody old, but they can't even run around the block. So that's what we got to think about. In other words, they have no respect. And what I tell the older guys is that don't worry about them. You know what I'm saying? Because if you act like that towards senior citizens, it's not gonna turn out good for you. It's called karma. It's called karma. It's what it's called. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Karma works in mysterious ways. You know what I'm saying? If you 20 and 30 and you think you're gonna be young forever, time passes fast, bro. Time passes fast. You know what I'm saying? And if you 40, you know what I'm saying? If you 50, don't think you young. Don't think you 15 years old. As far as mentally, as far as how you communicate. You know what I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that. You got 50-year-olds, and you got 40-year-olds that act like they 15 years old. In other words, they act like they childish. No growth and development. And the main thing about them, you can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever be that type of person. Don't ever be that type of person. Always be willing. If it makes sense, like that 70, I know that guy was probably about 80. That 80-year-old guy said he was listening. You know what I'm saying? That is growth and development. That is maturity at its highest level. Always be willing to grow. If it makes sense, apply it to your life. Never be in your feelings. Always be quick. Always quick to absorb information. Always be quick to absorb information. One of the best qualities you can have, I'm going to say this and I got to go. One of the best qualities you can have, chat, is be a good listener. In order to put this work in, you got to be a great listener. You got to be a great listener. You got to be able to absorb a lot of information. And not only absorb it, but let your mental software download it and process it, and then you put it into action. That's how it works, chat. I'm talking to somebody out there. You know what I'm saying? Always one of the best qualities of a man or a woman, take it from the OG, one of the best qualities you can have is being a good listener, a good learner, and then be able to process it in your mental software, and then do what after that? Be able to put it into action. In other words, put the work in. That's how it works, chat. That's how it works. You got to be able to process it in your mental software. That means you got to be able to listen. And you got to be able to process it and understand it and then put the work in. Because the real growth and development comes with putting the work in. That's when it comes. It comes with putting the work in. That's when it comes. And that's what we got to understand. I don't care what position you in life. I don't care what position you in. You got to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? And you got to have you have to expand your mind. You can't have a closed mind. A closed mind don't get fed. In other words, you can't have a short attention span, chat. You can't. You can't have a short attention span. But guess what? Some people want you to want us, because I'm included. Some people want us to have a short attention span. And that's what we got to understand. Some people want us to have a short attention span. That's why they got shorts and reels. You ever wonder why they got shorts and reels? They want to program our mind to have a short attention span. They want to program your kid and my grandkids. I can't say my kids because my kids are grown, but they want to program my grandkids to have a short attention span. That's how it is. They want to program my grandkids. They want to program your grandkids. They want to program the youth to have a short attention span. That way they can do what, Stock Sniper? They can diagnose them with ADHD. Now we're going to a whole nother conversation. Because I went to school for psychology. So I understand the medical field very, very well. So that's what it is. Because once you have a short attention span, chat, you know what that does? That means that your anger is short. You're quick to get upset. You're quick to throw a fit. You slow to process shit and really think things out. Listen to the OG. Even though I'm the OG, I'm not old. Don't get it twisted. I'm only 50 years old, and I've been the OG for 15 years. So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that I'm really, really old, because I'm really not. I'm not. All you gotta do is watch the film. That's it. I'm at the peak. Right now, I'm at the peak physically, spiritually, and mentally. And guess what? I really don't think I'm at the peak. But I'm at the height. I ain't never been this in shape in life. Never. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm a black belt in taekwondo. I wrestled for 7-8 years. I ain't never been this physically in shape in my whole entire life. Thank God for how he's blessed me. And it's because how I take care of myself. That's how it is. It ain't like I got some special genes. It's because how I take care of myself. Like LeBron James. LeBron James can do what he do. Because, well, he does have special genes. I gotta give it to him. He's like 6'6", he's like 6'9", 260, not fat, but solid muscle. Oh yeah, he got the genes. But he got the work ethic to put the work in every single day. That's what LeBron James got. Who finna fight next? We got, I'm not gonna even say Mike Tyson. He shouldn't be fighting. He's over 60. I don't think he should be. I don't think he should be fighting in the ring like that. But Floyd Mayweather is about to fight. Floyd Mayweather take care of himself perfectly. He does what? He put the work in every single day. Hey, what's up, ATM Tim? He put the work in every single day, Floyd Mayweather does. Floyd Mayweather put the work in every day. Because why, Stock Sniper? Because it's a lifestyle. Floyd Mayweather loved doing what he do. That's why he's 50 and old. That's why he's my age and can come back and fight. That's why, Chad. That's why he's 50 years old and can come back and do what he do. Because he don't drink, he don't smoke, he work out every single day. I don't even think he drinks sodas, but he take care of himself. You know, he stay active in the gym because he do that in his real life. That's what it is. And that's what we got to understand. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to understand. As Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao about to get ready to fight, Chad. That's what we got to understand. We got to understand that. So it's not, age ain't nothing but a number. It's about how you feel now. If Floyd was my age, right? Floyd my age. If he been sitting on the couch, not working out, you know, he been drinking, he been clubbing, he been tricking off with the hoes, he been smoking, he been eating Uber Eats and DoorDash every day. He blew up about 30 pounds, you know, and then he don't work out. You know, then we can say, well, man, Floyd too old to be fighting. But Floyd moves around better than 80% of the 20-year-olds. So that's why younger guys, you gotta understand, age ain't nothing but a number. It's how you take care of yourself. How you take care of yourself in your 20s, in your 30s, is gonna dictate how you gonna be when you're 50 years old, chat. We gotta understand that. You got to understand that very, very clearly. How you take care of yourself in your 20s, in your 30s, is gonna dictate how you're gonna be when you turn 50. How I take care of myself from now to when I turn 75, I want to be physically fit like my OG and like the dude that I be talking about at the gym. He's 75 and the dude moves like he's 25 years old. So my goal is not to say, well, man, he's old. I'm not gonna say he's old because he's 75. The dude bench presses 400 pounds and the dude runs 5 miles a day. He's not old. He's 75 years old, but he ain't old. So my goal as a younger guy, because I'm younger than 75, my goal is not to look at him like he old, like these young dudes do these days. My goal is to look up to him and say, man, I hope I'm like that when I'm 75 years old. I know it's dudes, when I run the marathons, chat, it's dudes running in the marathon that's 80 years old, 75, an 84-year-old running in the marathon, running 10 miles. I'm not going to say, man, he too old. I'm going to say, I hope when I'm 85, I'm able to do the same thing. That right there is growth and development, something to look up to. That's what that is, chat. But the younger guys these days, they think 40 is old. It's not. It's not old. 50 is not old. It's not. It's old if you live your life shitty. If you live your life, if you 20 years old and you live your life shitty for 30 years, you don't never get off the couch. All you do is eat popcorn and watch Young and the Restless. And now you got a pot belly. Then yes, you're not gonna be able to touch your toes. You're not gonna be able to do burpees. You're not gonna be able to do jumping jacks. You ain't gonna be able to walk in the park as long as what I'm doing. You ain't gonna be able to walk 3 miles a day and run another 3. You're not gonna be able to do it. You're not. You smoking cigarettes. You know, smoking cigarettes for 30 years. You're not gonna be able to do it. So age is how you live your life. Age is how you live your life. It's a lot of people in 2026 chat. It's young, 30 years old, 35 years old, 25 years old, are getting pre-diabetes. Real talk. It's people that are there. It's people because most of these people these days live an unhealthy life. It wasn't like that when I was in my 20s. When I was 15, we didn't order DoorDash and Uber. We didn't order Popeyes and McDonald's all the time. We didn't drink sodas every single day. So when Kennedy is talking about health and wellness, and he's 75 years old and he's doing burpees, that's why. But if the younger people are watching the phone all day, if they're watching the phone, they're eating DoorDash, they're drinking sodas every day, they're eating ice cream every single day, and they do that for 20 years. The kids that were born in 2020, not 2020, the kids that was born in 2000, the young guys that was born in 2000, around that era, they're finding out that those people are having pre-diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, high cholesterol, and obesity. They don't exercise. They don't go outside and play. If you go to the park, nobody's there. When I was young, everybody wanted to go to the park. Nobody's in the park. Everybody want to be on the phone. That's what is going on, chat. It's not my theory. It's just what the doctors are saying. It's out there. It's not, I wish I was lying, but I'm not. And it's getting worse. And that's all I'm saying. It's getting worse. You know, you got people that was born in 2000. They 25 and 26 years old. Obesity. They 25, 26 years old. They obese. A lot of them are coming out. A lot of them are having pre-diabetes. A lot of them are being diabetic. A lot of them are having high blood pressure. A lot of them are having cholesterol at 26 years old. Kennedy ain't lying. He's not. And if you think he lying, when you go to the doctor, talk to your doctor about it. And he's going to tell you that a lot of his patients, a lot of his younger patients, they're having high blood pressure, pre-diabetes, obesity, overweight. It's just what it is. Ain't no way around it. Only way around it, it is a way around it. The way around it is to start exercising. Oh, look, Chad. The way around it is to start exercising, start eating right, start eating at home, start cooking your own food, stop going to Jack in the Box, stop going to Whataburger, stop going to the corner store every day, stop smoking cigarettes, stop smoking vapes, stop drinking Don Julio, stop drinking sodas, and exercise and make it a way of life. And teach it to your kids and grandkids, because your health is the best investment you can make. Yes, they're having Donald Trump is talking about the state of the economy. The state of the economy is about spending money. It's about the poor giving the rich money. That's what the economy is. It's an exchange of goods and services. That's what an economy is. They want us spending all of the money. Because then why, Stock Sniper? Because they can capitalize. It's called capitalism. If we spending all our money, they could put whatever price. It's easy math, bro. It's easy math. It's easy. If I got a taco truck, if I got a hamburger stand, and I'm selling hamburgers, and and my line is from here all the way down there, I could put whatever price I want to on my hamburgers. I can put whatever price I want to on my hamburgers. It's a thriving economy. That's all it is. And if my line gets short, nobody wants to come to the line no more. I don't have 100 people in the line no more. Now I only got 3. You know what that means? I got to drop my prices. That's what it means, guys. So when they say the economy is doing good, it's thriving, all that means that it's a transfer of wealth going from the poor to the rich. That's all that means. That's all it means. That's it. That's all it means. That's it. That's why I say all the time, spend less, invest. Your health is an investment. It's the best investment you can make. Because if you 20 years old or you 15 and you're not taking care of yourself, your ability to make an income, if you get sick and you start all these health complications, your ability to make an income decreases by 50%. Yeah, I'm talking today. Your ability to provide for your family and teach your kids and grandkids, your ability to even see your grandkids and your great-grandkids decreases by 50%. Your ability to be able to play and perform with your great-grandkids decreases by 75%. Yeah, I'm going in today. Yeah, I'm going in. So, as we get ready for tonight, big announcement. State of the Union. Main conversation is the economy. Yes, the economy is thriving. All that means is our money is really, we haven't stopped spending money. And they're making all the money. That's what that means. And it means that they can continue to take a 50-cent product and sell it for $50. That's all it means. Because they have an unlimited amount of customers. It's simple, basic math. That's all it is. So what side of the fence do you want to be on? You want to be a consumer? What side of the fence you want to be on? I want to be a part of the wealth transfer. I just explained what the wealth transfer was. If you don't understand it, rewind this whole live. That's what the wealth transfer is all about. Watch the State of the Union tonight. Take notes. Sit down with your kids. Sit down with your grandkids. Don't worry about no bullshit and bubblegum tonight. Sit down and get a piece of paper and write the shit down and have a discussion with your family. Have a discussion with your homeboys. Have a discussion with your community and break it all down. See how each person interpret it. That's what we're gonna do tonight when I go live. The people that come in the chat, it's gonna be people that's gonna break it down, where we can get a whole lot of different perspectives from a whole lot of different people. I'm not the smartest person on this channel. I'm not. I'm just very disciplined, but I'm not the smartest. My best skills is I'm able to listen. So with that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all chat. I hope y'all come rock with me tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. President of the United States, whether you like him or love him, don't get in your feelings. Pay attention to what's going on. It's about the policies and the laws. That's all it is. What side of the fence you want to be on? You want to be a consumer or you want to be an investor? And if you are a consumer, make sure you both. You got to be invested in something. And your health is an investment. Your family is an investment. Your community is an investment. And yes, your YouTube channel is an investment too. With that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all. Till tonight, I'm your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. Earn, spend less, make proper investments. Teach it to your kids and grandkids. Teach it to your community and then do what? Teach it to the people around the world. I love y'all, chat. I see y'all tonight, 8 p.m. State of the Union, the state of America. Tonight, be there. I'm out.